Here we go. We're gonna get into it here in a few minutes. Got a couple folks getting to join the stream. You know, got a couple folks jump on. Okay. Um, Looks like we got somebody in there. Pause. Okay. We got some things to get into today. Oh, we got some things to get into. While we wait for some folks to get into the chat, while we wait on that, that's all good. I'm gonna pull some things up. If you got questions, go ahead ask them. We're gonna talk about proper vetting today. Proper vetting. We're gonna talk about what we can do to change women, how women act on social media. What we can do as men to change that. Mhm. Mm, Got questions? Go ahead, put them in the chat. We can kick it off with some questions. We can kick it off with questions. What is this? Oh, here we go. Okay, okay. What we got? What we got? Couple more minutes. We're gonna get started. We'll get started in a few minutes. Who's with me? Who's with me? Mm. Whew. Starting off with the heat. Whoa, okay. Whoo, whoo, coming with it today. Okay, it's gonna be an interesting show today. It's gonna be an interesting show today, ladies and gentlemen. Mm, we got some questions that are pretty, pretty. Well, I wouldn't call them controversial, but controversial in a lot of a lot of people's eyes these days. Oh my god. Whew. Okay. All righty. Let's see. Let's see. That's funny. Keep the questions coming. I will get to those questions. I promise. I will get to these questions. I will get to these questions. Mhm. I feel like I've actually already answered that at some point, multiple times, but we'll go over it. We will go over that. Today's world of dating as a man. How do you trust a woman in a committed relationship? Hmm. That is actually that's probably the toughest question I've been asked. That is probably the toughest question that I've been asked. That third question. Wow. I honestly, I'm gonna have to think on that for a second. Mm. All right. Oh, let's check
Look,
it out.
there's a reason why 26 of the most physically fit women in the Marine Corps have failed out of this course. That reason is simple. When you put 120 pounds on the back of a woman, she crumbles like a fucking crouton.
Look, one of the top comments even says, I'm a retired woman Marine. He's 100% correct. I was put through men's training in the 80s and 90s. I'm a very physically strong female, but I couldn't keep up to the men's standards. It's a shame the British Army aren't as realistic.
Now, see, this is very basic information. I actually train a member of the public service, you know, and they told me about the requirements, and they don't even most branches of either military, firefighting, police officers, sheriffs, SWAT, whatever. They don't most of the time they don't expect the women to have the same standards of fitness, whether it be mile time, push-ups, so on and so forth. So may seem like a groundbreaking thing to some, but oh, get your ass up there.
Not gonna
Mhm,
happen.
mhm.
No,
I
not
can,
gonna happen.
you know, I I am not lying. I'm not exaggerating. I could do this. I could get over that fence. That's that wall there. I could get over that wall when I was in 4th grade. 5th grade, I would clear that thing without even, I mean, it would be a breeze. 4th grade, I'm getting up there and climbing my way up for sure. Maybe even 3rd grade. But let's see what she does. Ah! Oh my god. I mean, these guys can't imagine not being able
It's
to
not
do that.
quite what we
He
expected.
told
at
her
the
just
moment.
go
It's a bit
around.
painful to watch.
Look, he said just go around. Don't even worry about it. I can't even watch this anymore. That's what he said. I can't even watch this anymore. Just go around the fence. Just go around the wall.
Stop hesitating when you come to the wall. Attack the wall.
Attack the wall.
How many times do I have to say it? Just go around, just round, just round.
Just go
Not
around.
quite what we expect at the moment. A bit painful to watch.
Because it's a
Bit
fucking
painful.
waste of time, really.
Another thing that was painful to watch was Chile's all-female SWAT team competing in a SWAT competition and failing miserably.
Vamos.
Y'all see this shit? Chile had a SWAT competition with other countries around the world, and they chose to send all women. This is what happened.
Belarus, Thailand, Chile.
Imagine this is the beginning
Two
of the
teams
race.
from the Emirates. Oh! The first one to get wet in the ice bath today. Oh!
This is the beginning of the obstacle course. Okay, the very beginning. This is how they started it off.
Chile. Two teams from the Emirates.
Wow.
The first one to get wet in the ice bath today. Well, they are stuck in the middle of that zip line.
Wow.
Have 3 team members
Look at him. Look at him.
stranded.
Look at him.
What the fuck are you doing?
Thankfully, the water will be a little bit warmer than it was.
She comes back around and tries to kick him. Hey, imagine lives being on the line right now. This is what they doing. This is what they doing out here.
Oh,
Oh
it's all going horribly wrong. They will have to retrieve those weapons from the ice bath. All of the equipment. Oh,
Embarrassing.
So this is an international SWAT challenge, and for some reason, Chile decided to send women there just to completely embarrass themselves. I mean, you first see this and you laugh, but then you realize if this was a
Hey, I rock with Arco TV though. I ain't gonna lie. That dude's funny. He got some good videos. Check him out.
inclusivity shit out the window.
Wow. Wow.
Snap down to the headlock. There we go.
What?
Hayden, hold it. Don't give no wrist. We just talked about this. Stay tight.
There you go.
Hayden, tight. Let's get pressure.
Oi!
Nice. Nice.
Oi!
Get it.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know about jiu-jitsu, what he just did to her was a master class. It was like wrestling with your kid. It was like wrestling with your little brother. Okay, this is how my older brother used to do me right here. Like no resistance, just here you go, take it how you want it. Pause, and there's nothing you can do. Like there was actually no reason for her to be in this match. I don't know what was she doing. I I've been in jujitsu tournaments and I've never gone against a woman in a tournament. In practice, yes. Okay, yes, because that's usually how it works. You roll with pretty much everybody, depending on how big the classes are. In a tournament, I've never had this experience. Maybe I don't know how the hell this happened. I don't know. Somebody tell me. But this what just happened there. Let's watch a little. Let's watch it again. I just have to because jujitsu guy gotta watch this again. This is this. He breaks her down easy, easy breakdown into a takedown. Takes her into side control.
Hold it.
He's in side
Don't give
control
no wrist. We just talked about this.
Squeeze.
already.
Tight.
There
Now
you
he's in
go.
mount.
Hayden, tight.
Goes from mount, pulls her head up into a mounted triangle,
Nice.
flips her over,
Dennis.
smoke.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What was she do? What is this? Y'all better stop doing this stuff. Y'all better stop it with this shit. You see the UK female. Oh, I had to pull that clip up there. See what you talking about there. I don't know what you talking about. Let me watch one more of these. One more of these.
Oh no! Don't cry.
Crying? Crying?
Nothing against the lad. It's not his fault. He did what he had to do. But it's so stupid they allow boys to compete against girls, especially when they
Right.
just hit puberty. But I guess they better get
Oh,
used
these
to
are
it because
teenagers?
nowadays anyone can identify as whatever they want.
Good point, Arco. I don't know what this is. That's a great point, Arco. That's a great point. Where we at? In the chat. Let's talk about some of these questions real quick. Whoa, but amazing. Uh-oh, let me before we before we get knocked off here, let me plug this here laptop in. Good to go. All right. We got some amazing questions here. Would you be a side chick to a woman for 3,000 per week? I don't know what it means to be a side chick to a woman because I could never be a side chick because I'm not a chick. So I think that's impossible. But the side guy for 3,000 a week? I mean, 3,000 per week. Hey man, it depends. That is I'd say that'd be an interesting situation. Maybe for experimental purposes. So I could come on here and talk about it. That may be that'd be funny. Like a gigolo you talking about, something like that? Would I be a gigolo basically? Well, there is some people that do that, you know. Um, I think Will Smith and them had a situation like that. It was pretty sure they was paying August Alsina. They were both getting getting down on that. They was both getting down. Will and Jada was getting down with August. In today's world of dating as a man, how do you trust a woman in a committed relationship? That I do not know. How do you trust a woman in a committed relationship? The only way that I can say you would be able to do it is based on the energy that she gives you. Usually you can tell when a woman is excited to be with you. So if I had to speak from experience and observation, I would say when a woman is excited to be with you, excited to be around you, it's evident. You can feel it. others around you can tell that she's for you. She talks about you a lot, often and well. She does things for you, little things, notices things about you that you didn't even really realize that she would even notice. Um, and she's available whenever you need her to be. That's the biggest thing I would say. She's available whenever you need her to be. Whenever you call upon her, she's available. I, I mean, that's the only way I would say you can trust her is if she's available to you when you need her to be available. Otherwise, it ain't nothing to cut that. Oh, hey. Okay. Would you allow your daughter to be a sister wife to a man with two other wives? Um, shit. I mean, if the gentleman was, uh, I mean, if he was the type of guy that comes off as able to handle that type of situation, then absolutely. Why not? There's not a lot of fellas like that running around, I'll say. But if she just so what happened to meet one and he wanted to take care of her and their children and me sometimes. Yeah. They want to put on for the pops every now and then hey, that's cool. You know, I'm not gonna, you know, what you mean? What's the problem? I mean, there's only a few amount of gentlemen that can pull something like that off. You know, manage it sustainably. So if he was one of those guys, and I got that vibe, then why would I hold her back from such a great experience? Why would I do that? Okay. Um, no, a legit side piece. You have no other woman, but she has other men. If she's paying me, yeah, that's that's kind of weird, but that's I mean that's just a weird situation. Uh, what What are your thoughts on casual sex? Does a man or woman lose value by engaging in casual sex? Are the number of sexual partners between man and woman equal? Do they hold the same value? All right, let's answer that question with a short that I already produced.
And that's more for me to clean up.
There's really no debate here, ladies and gentlemen. And all Andrew Tate had to say to end this discussion was show me the woman whose body count has dropped from the time she was 18 or 19 to the time she got to 25. Her body count actually has went down. Show me one example of one woman, one lady, one individual whose body count at 18 or 19 is going down from the time she got to 25. Okay, you can't do it. But in general, the body count of an 18-year-old and 19-year-old woman is going up. So by the time she's 25, 26, she's had more bodies than when she was 18 or 19. This is facts. And as I've made clear, as I've already
That
said
boy is
before,
clean.
women, ladies, you do not gain value with age and use. It just doesn't happen.
Club more times, been effed and dumped more times, more arguments, more mess, more for me to clean up.
Okay, so again, what product, right? We're talking. Is it different? Absolutely. Why is it different for men and women when it comes to body count? Well, there's biological factors, so many biological factors, um, so many psychological factors. When we look at studies, when a woman's body count gets to a certain number, once it gets really, I actually wrote a poem about this. Probably it's funny, but this is crazy. But once a woman's body count actually gets to, like, we're talking 8, 6, 7, 8, something like that, 5, 6, 7, 8, the chances of her being able to be in a long lasting marriage go severely, drastically lower. And on top of that, that's just one factor. Women are also biologically programmed to uh, take in what is being inserted in them. Okay, so they start to become who it is they're dealing with. So if they're dealing with a lot of people, they're starting to get all these different essences of different individuals, and so they, yeah, literally don't even know who they are at some point. Okay, and it is very, very impactful. Okay, not in a great way. Also, um, on top of that, you have to look at the fact that women are also innately, they're born with their value. They have innate value. So people are going to want to have sex. Guys are going to want to have, even women, but guys are going to want to have sex with women no matter what. Um, they're not going to have to do anything other than exist once they're born, and even sadly, even when they're young. But once they hit their sexual peak, it doesn't matter even really what they look like. Sad to say. But it really doesn't even matter what they really even look like. They're going to have options for sex. Okay. Now, that is why they have to be more cautious with who they have sex with, because that's how they get and they're born with that. And so with great power comes great responsibility. And so when you have that power that is just given to you, it may seem good, but it also has to come with some type of responsibility. Guys have to develop themselves into someone that women want to have sex with, because a guy just being born by himself isn't going to just attract a woman. They have to have something about them. They have to have charisma. They have to have some type of looks. They have to have some type of ability in instincts and survival. Okay, those are the things. Intellect, leadership, status. Those are the things that get men sex access. When men have access to things that women want, okay, there's a lot of things that a guy has to do in order to get sex from a woman. A woman doesn't have to do anything pretty much to get sex for a guy other than exist. They will, especially with social media now, all the woman has to do is post a selfie. Literally. All the woman has to do, and she doesn't have to look that good. She doesn't have to look good. We're talking the the sloppiest of Joes. Okay. The sloppiest of Joes post a pic on Insta with the duck lips and little cleavage, she's going to get 10 to 100 some DMs. And she can just take her pick on who she wants to get hit by that time. Now, will she be able to maintain that and turn it into a relationship? 99.9% of the time, no. Because that's the one thing that men do control is relationships. But when it comes to sex, absolutely, it's not the same. It's not the same biologically. It's not the same socially. Okay, it's not the same socially, and it never has been. And they're trying to turn it into where it is. It's getting there, but if we go back to, I mean, every 10-year, we can just go by decade. We can go back, trace the decades, and look at the connotations of a female who had who was known as promiscuous, a female who moved with promiscuity. They call them Jezebels in the Bible. There's never been a positive connotation for that. But same if we keep go back to biblical times, there's been multiple men who had multiple women. Again, because you have to earn that status as a man. As a woman, to have multiple sexual partners, it's not something that you have to do anything for other than say yes in the DMs or come through, send the location. Guys will come all through all day if they want. They've done studies on this. Men will willingly go in sexually deal with women who are not that attractive on a sexual level, but on a serious level that's different. Okay, so again, maintaining value is different than having to earn that. So it's not the same. It's not the same biologically, socially, or um traditionally, historically. Would why are women expected to have more sexual discipline than men? Men value purity, but don't women value it also? Women tend to value experience. Okay, women might say that they value purity on some level, sexual purity, but it's usually with them. Once you're with them, but you have to be clear. Women don't want men that other women don't want. Women want the men that other women want. That other women want. And the way other women want them is because they've heard about what that boy does. Okay? They know what that boy do a lot of the times. That's word of mouth is crazy, especially when it comes to the way that women will gossip on those type of things. And again, you will see it all the time. A man when he's single and he's out here talking to women and stuff like that, they try to call him thirsty and yada 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 when they post pictures with their woman, and then you all of a sudden you see women actually reaching, oh, you guys look cute. Oh, I'm so jealous of her. Stuff like that. You know. You see all so many examples. And again, they're expected to maintain their discipline because, like I said, they don't have to earn anything when it comes to sexual marketplace value. They are innately going to have options in the sexual marketplace. Innately. Women will innately have options in the sexual marketplace. Men have to earn options in the sexual marketplace. There's this. Just think about prostitution. Why can't men? Why can't men go out there and just prostitute themselves the way that women can? Why not? Why not? Let's just be real. Why whenever there's something going on with prostitution, men if men are involved, they're either buying or they're protecting the woman who's the prostitute. Why isn't it hardly ever, we're talking about situations where um we're talking maybe homosexuality, but heterosexual women typically do not pay men for sex. It's very rare. Why is that? That answers your question right there. Why is it that men are the ones buying sex? Women are hardly ever buying sex, especially in the heterosexual world. They just don't have to buy it. If they are buying it, it's because they just want to buy it most of the time, not because they have to. They're just in some type of rich relationship where their husband is just never there, and she's got way too much money that she even really needs, and so she just ends up paying off the guy she's screwing on the side. But very, very uncommon for men to actually be prostituting themselves to heterosexual women. Is it because men are more thirsty? Is it because men are more thirsty? What? What? No. It's because women are designed innately to have sexual value. Men have to earn their sexual value. What what do you not understand about that? I mean, it's very clear cut. A guy it's think about it like a f- like a gym, a strongman type of competition. Women are born with bodybuilder type of strength when it comes to sexual value. Men have to build themselves up and hit the gym. Even if they have good genetics, they still have to go to the gym and maintain that. Okay? So it's not the same. Men are going to want to, again, have sex with a woman, even at the bottom of the barrel. But a man at the bottom of the barrel, women most of the time will not even look at. You realize that we're at a time now where 30% of men from the ages of 18 to 30 have not had sex in the last year. Incels, involuntarily celibate. Okay, involuntarily celibate.
There's really no debate here, ladies and gentlemen. And all Andrew Tate had to say to end this discussion was, show me the woman whose body count has dropped from the time she was 18 or 19 to the time she got to 25. Her body count actually has went down. Show me one example of one woman, one lady, one individual whose body count at 18 or 19 is going down from the time she got to 25. Okay, you can't do it. But in general, the body count of an 18-year-old and 19-year-old woman is going up. So by the time she's 25, 26, she's had more bodies than when she was 18 or 19. This is facts. And as I've made clear, as I've already said before, women, ladies, you do not gain value with age and use.
You do not. Okay? You don't gain it with age and use. It's not happening. You get older and you get used up more. You get I mean, come on now. We slanged and banged, all that. The more times the walls get beat down. Like what are we talking about? When you're in a house and you start punching the walls out, does the house go up in value? No, it doesn't. The more times you punch the walls out of a house, the lower that house is going down. Am I an incel? No. I am not an incel. Absolutely not. Is it because no? Okay. So what do we got? What we got? What we got? We got another question that I didn't get to. Did you see the UK female prison guard caught on video having sex with a male prisoner? And my thoughts. I did not see that. Somebody send me the link right now so we can pull it up. Somebody send me the link to the UK prison guard caught on video having sex with a male prisoner. But my thoughts on that are, hey, it happens. Wall punch analogy is great. All right. Have you ever went into a home with no walls? It's crazy. But have you ever went into a home with no walls? That's what's crazy. It's crazy until you actually think about it. Okay. Have you ever walked into a home with no walls? Come on, baby. hey, whoever walked into a home with no walls and felt comfortable and felt like they was at home? Hmm? Who? Whoever done that? Let me find this video that you talking about. Let me see what we talking about. The wall the wall punching analogy is crazy. That is wild. That is wild. Why is the wall punching analogy crazy? Somebody tell me why the wall punching analogy is crazy, or if you think that the wall punching analogy is good. Let me answer this last question, and then I'm gonna have to hop off here too. I feel like shit like this happens all the time for one, when you let women in the prison with men, what the hell you think they gonna be in there doing? What type of women? These are the type of women that want them jobs anyways. Them hot girls. Look, she in there getting piped down. She with it. It look like she looking at the camera. She don't give no damn. Look, it's other folks in there, yeah. She don't give no damn. She in there for that. Yo, that's what I'm saying. If you deal with a woman that's out here trying to work in a job like that, she wants to work around prisoners as a guard. Whoo, good luck, buddy. Cause all of them gonna be hollering at her. And again, it's like social media. You can only say no so many times, y'all. They're only gonna say no so many times. You put them in that situation where they get dealing with all these guys on a daily basis, coming at them over and over and over and over constantly. Eventually, they're gonna fold. Okay? When your woman works in an environment like that, it is not your woman. It ain't your woman, buddy. I'm telling you. The analogy is great, but it's just wild to say out loud. Oh, well, I'm glad. Hey, I'm glad that we can agree that at least you understand the truth. Okay? But if you go in a home and the walls ain't there, you ain't gonna feel much at home. You're gonna be like, damn, it's breezy in here. Shit, anybody could walk through this one, huh? Yeah, is this whose house is this? Yeah. So I would definitely say that. Let's see. We're gonna end it here, right here. This is where I got one more thing I want to get. I got one more thing I want to talk about. I got one more thing I want to talk about. Not your woman, just your turn. Yes, not your woman, just your turn. Thank you. It's not your woman, it's just your turn. It is just your turn. It's just like if you're at the park and you get to the slide and you get to the top of the line, you're at the slide. You don't stand there and hold up the line. You slide down and then you get back in line and go down the slide. Now, if there's no line, then you can just keep going up and down the slide as many times as you want without any interference. But if there's someone there, you can't fight over the slide. You can't go down the slide well, some of y'all be trying to go down the slide at the same time. I'm not with that. Okay? I'm not with that. If I'm about to get on the slide and I see someone there, I will either wait my turn or most of the time I'll just be like, shit, look around, look at the waiting time. If it takes me longer to walk to another ride or whatever and use that than it will to just wait in line, then I'll just wait in line. But if I could get onto another ride quicker than it's going to be for me to get down this ride, then I'll just go to the other ride. Like, come on now. You can't you all are trying to be so possessive over women that have shown themselves time and time again to not be yours. It is so sad. How many how again, I hate to keep saying this, but how many brothers, sons, friends, cousins have been removed into from good situations because they could not let a woman go. Wow. It sucks.
Are hard to believe. Recently, I came across a video on TikTok where a lady posted with the caption,
All right, this is a pastor's wife. Hey, speaking of Jezebel, I brought that up earlier. These keep getting worse as the of Jezebel infiltrates our churches. Okay, and I was actually having a conversation about this the other day, and I was talking about how women dress and how they're comfortable dressing. Some of the clothes that they wear are so tight and so revealing that it's almost like it's almost like they're naked. Like, almost, just because it's like you have to use your imagination to see their body now. It's in some of these garments that they're using.
I overheard someone in church say my outfit is inappropriate. In the video, she is
This is again a pastor's wife on social media. A pastor's wife on social media. This is a pastor's wife on social media. Again, this is what I said. We're talking about a pastor's wife on social media. This is what she decided to do.
pridefully showing how she dressed. The comment section had mixed reactions. Some people supported her, taking advantage of the come as you are verse in the Bible, which received many likes.
No, sir.
They argue that you should not judge others, saying things like, as long as you show up for God, you are perfect, and no one should have room to judge in the house of God. But let's be honest, this was not a church appropriate attire. Why would anyone wear something so revealing to church? Other people in the comments pointed out that her outfit was wrong for church. One comment said, God said, come as you are to him, not be half at church. Come as you mean, come to him to seek him.
God said, come as you are to him, not be half naked in church. Come as you mean, come to him to seek him spiritually. That's what they say. Shanika. That's what Shanika said. All right. That's what Shanika said.
Spiritually. And another added, y'all, he means come as you are spiritually, not half. What's
naked.
wrong with y'all?
What's wrong with
Why
y'all?
would you wear skin tight clothes to church? There are lots of comments on the video, and it makes.
I mean, y'all, again, let's be honest. Picking and choosing. When it's convenient, I'll go rock with it. And when it's not, oh, well, come as you are. All right.
Makes me wonder why
Don't do
people
it.
love to use come as you are to cover up inappropriateness, especially in church.
Tired of typing tons of notes during class?
No,
There's finally a better way. It's called Otter.
we ain't doing that. That's what we not gonna do. So we not gonna do what we not gonna do. Let that old go. Which one? Let that hoe go. What hoe you talking about? Nah, you want just yeah. Let that hoe go. Back to the streets. If she's for the streets, by the streets, then she needs to be in the streets, and she will be in the streets, whether you know it or not. She's from the streets, she will be by the streets, so she will be in the streets, whether you know it or not. For the streets, by the streets, she will be with the streets and in the streets, whether you know it or not. Okay? I've seen it so many times. I've seen it so many times. But the thing is, fellas, for one, there's signs. Look for the signs. Vetting is so important. That's actually one of the things we're supposed to talk about. Guess we'll go a little bit longer. Let's talk about vetting, and we'll end it here on vetting. It's very important that you have a criteria for, I mean, we're talking baseline non-negotiables, okay? Things that you cannot compromise on. All right. And make sure that those things are all checked when it comes to vetting, which means when you're talking to a woman, you need to, that first date, you, if you get, for one, you need to, for one, women like to talk. All right. So when they start talking, they're going to tell a lot about themselves. So make sure you pay attention when they're talking, because they'll tell you a lot without you even asking. All right. That's when you'll know. All right. What are the red flags? Is she telling you how toxic she is, how she left a prior relationship in a bad fashion? What is she telling you? Does she need attention, too much attention? Is she ungrateful? What is she telling you? All right. So you need to have those things in place, so that way you come off in a manner where you can know if you need to deal with this woman on a serious basis, if that's even possible, or if this is only something that's going to be for temporary fun, because that's something that you should know within the first date, probably the first 20 minutes of the date, honestly. Unless, again, that's the thing. If you're asking the right questions, if you're not asking the right questions, then again, you won't know until it's too late, because you won't have asked those questions to see what her responses are to them. So you need to ask the questions to get the answers to see if she fits that criteria, and whatever that criteria is, and make sure that that criteria is something that actually benefits you. Don't settle for the BS. All right, don't do that. But again, make sure you have a baseline, something that you will not settle for. See if she meets those requirements, and then you know how to pursue forward. This in the vetting stage, it should take probably about a month total. Okay, it will come down to how many times you've seen her in that month, because once you've initiated contact and made it clear that you're pursuing her, that next month should tell you a lot. All right, if you're asking the right questions, but you have to make sure that you're doing that, and you have to pay attention to the things that she tells you, because if she's reserved and she doesn't do a lot of talking, that means you're gonna have to do a lot of questions. You're gonna have to ask her a lot of questions if she's reserved. So you're gonna want to dig kind of deep. Okay, you're gonna want to dig a little deeper. If she's very talkative, pay attention to what she says. See if there's contradictions in what she says. See, and a lot of times they will forget things that they said when they talk a lot. So make sure you're paying attention so you can remember when the contradiction comes up. Now, yeah, if y'all want more information on how to lay that criteria when it comes to vetting, let me know. I can go deeper into that. And I know I said that's the last thing that we're leading off on, but I just checked my notes and I have one more thing that we're going to talk about. Let me know in the chat if y'all want to continue this last thing. Let me know in the chat if y'all want me to finish off there or go to this last topic. Wait 20 seconds for some response. All right. Well, I'm going to talk about it anyways. Next time. Didn't get no response. So we're going to wrap it up here. Next time, we're going to talk about how we can actually change the way that women behave on social media. And we can do it pretty quickly. So if you're interested in that, make sure you tune in to the next chat. We're going to be going live at least once a week. We'll be back with it. You know what it is. A man's eye review. On that note, we're going to be through. Hit the like, subscribe to the channel. All right. A lot of y'all been watching and not subscribing. Subscribe to the channel, man. Rock with me. Share the videos. All right. Share the videos. Get them out there. Move them around. Circulate. Get that algorithm flowing in your boy's favor. All right. Do that for me as well. And then if you got topics that you want to talk about, always you can join the live chat, put them in the chat. I can also bring you on the live stream and we can have a talk here. I'm always open for that, bringing folks on the live if you want to join the live. But make sure you're ready. Don't come on here stuttering and stammering and not ready. You're muted and can't turn your mute off, and it's a train in the background when you turn your microphone on. Let's get it together, baby. All right, let's get it together. So we'll be back with it. Until then, y'all be safe, be sound, be smooth. Man's Eye Review, we through.